If working hard made people rich, construction workers would be millionaires. Nurses would own private islands. The people cleaning office floors at midnight would be some of the richest people on Earth. But they're not. So here's the real question. What separates someone who earns a paycheck from someone who quietly builds wealth? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover one simple shift that could completely change the way you think about money. From the time we're kids, we're all taught the same formula. Study hard, get good grades, find a stable job, work hard, and one day, you'll become rich. It sounds reasonable. It feels true. After all, hard work creates value. Nobody is denying that. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Hard work and wealth are not the same game. One rewards effort, the other rewards ownership. Most people spend their entire lives playing the first game while believing they're winning the second. Think about it. A delivery driver might work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. A business owner might work fewer hours. Yet over time, the business owner often becomes dramatically wealthier. Why? Because one person is selling time, the other owns something that keeps making money, even while sleeping. That's not a small difference. It's an entirely different game. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let me tell you a story about a man almost nobody noticed until after he died. His name was Ronald Red. He wasn't a CEO. He wasn't a founder. He wasn't famous. He worked at a gas station. Later, he worked as a janitor, an ordinary man, living an ordinary life. People who knew him described him as quiet, humble, almost invisible. He drove an old car. He wore simple clothes. He rarely spent money on things he didn't need. Nothing about him looked wealthy. Nothing. But after he passed away, something extraordinary happened. Lawyers opened his estate. His hometown was shocked. Ronald Red had quietly built an investment portfolio worth millions of dollars. Not because he earned an extraordinary salary, because he understood one extraordinary idea. He didn't spend his entire life working for money. He spent decades making his money work for him. One decision, repeated consistently for many years, completely changed the outcome of his life. And that's the lesson most people never learn. Here's the trap. Whenever people need more money, they usually ask the same question. How can I work more? More overtime, another shift, a second job. The problem is time. Time has limits. No matter how ambitious you are, you only get 24 hours each day. That means your income will eventually hit a ceiling. Wealthy people ask a different question. Instead of asking, how can I work harder? They ask, how can my money, my skills, or my assets keep creating value, even when I'm not working? That one question changes everything, because wealth isn't created by working forever. It's created by building things that continue working after you stop. Imagine two people, same age, same salary, same starting point. The first person spends nearly everything. Every month, he starts over. The second person sets aside money, then buys assets, an index fund, a stock, a small business, a valuable skill. At first, their lives look almost identical. Same apartment, same car, same paycheck. 5 years later, everything changes. One person still depends on the next paycheck. The other owns assets that continue producing value every single day. That's where the wealth gap begins. And once it starts, it becomes incredibly difficult to catch up. Income pays today's bills. Ownership builds tomorrow's wealth. The wealthy follow one simple rule: never depend on only one source of income. Build assets that keep producing long after the work is finished. Does this mean hard work doesn't matter? Not at all. Hard work is where wealth begins. It's simply not where wealth ends. The real sequence looks like this: work hard to earn, save enough to stay secure, then invest consistently, patiently, for years. The mistake was never working hard. The mistake is stopping there. Every dollar you earn should eventually receive a new job. Some protects you, some grows, some creates even more money. That's compounding. It's not exciting. At first, it's slow, almost invisible. But year after year, it quietly transforms ordinary income into extraordinary wealth. Here's the truth that almost nobody tells you. The richest people in the world are rarely the hardest workers. They're the best owners. They own businesses. They own investments. They own assets that continue creating value while they sleep, while they travel, while they spend time with the people they love. So here's one question I want you to answer honestly. Right now, are you only working for money? Or are you slowly building things that will one day work for you? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if you enjoy videos about money, wealth psychology, and financial freedom, subscribe to Arahaan Osman. No hype, no fake gurus, just timeless financial truths. One video at a time. I'll see you in the next one.